Hold up, brother! Rumors are flying that Hulk Hogan, the WWE legend himself, is down for the count. But is it true? The Hulkster's been battling neck and back issues, hitting the hospital for surgery, and whispers of him being on his deathbed have the wrestling world shook. But don't count him out yet. This is Alpha War Room, and we're diving into the truth behind Hulk Hogan's health scare, his triumphant recovery, and the family drama stealing headlines. Let's get to it. The wrestling world is buzzing. Hulk Hogan, the 71-year-old icon who defined an era, is back in the headlines, not for slamming giants, but for a health scare that had fans holding their breath. On June 18th, a YouTuber named Bubba the Love Sponge dropped a bombshell during a live stream claiming Hogan was in the hospital and might not make it. Social media exploded. Fans were freaking out, thinking the Hulkster was on his last legs. But then, his team stepped in with a reality check that had everyone breathing a sigh of relief. Hogan's not going anywhere. He's still standing tall, and we're here to break it all down. If you're pumped to hear the real story behind Hulk Hogan's comeback, hit that subscribe button right now. Alpha War Room is your home for wrestling's biggest moments, and we're diving deep into the Hulkster's journey. Smash that bell icon so you never miss an update. All right, let's talk about what really went down with Hogan's health and why the rumors got so wild. Let's set the stage. Hulk Hogan's been a warrior in the ring since 1977. From body slamming Andre the Giant to headlining WrestleMania, he's taken more bumps than most could survive. But all those years of high-flying, hard-hitting action, they've taken a toll. Hogan's no stranger to the operating table. Back in September 2024, he told Jake Paul on the Impulsive podcast, "I've had like 25 surgeries in the last 10 years. 10 of them were back surgeries, both knees, both hips replaced, shoulders, everything." That's a laundry list of procedures for a guy who's been larger than life for decades. So when word got out in May 2025 that Hogan was going under the knife again, fans were worried but hopeful. Here's what happened. In May 2025, Hogan had what his rep called a little fusion procedure on his neck. This wasn't some emergency surgery. It was planned to help ease the chronic neck and back pain he's been dealing with for years. According to TMZ, the surgery was a success and the Hulkster was back on his feet the very next day, ready to keep pushing forward. That's right, 71 years old, fresh off neck surgery, and he's already back in action. His rep told E! News on June 18th, "No reasons to panic," shutting down any idea that Hogan was in serious trouble. The procedure was all about making him feel better, and by all accounts, it worked like a charm. But then things got messy. On June 18th, Bubba the Love Sponge, a radio host with a history of stirring the pot, went live and claimed Hogan was in the hospital barely hanging on. He said family members were being called to say their goodbyes. Fans were devastated and the rumors spread like wildfire across X and beyond. But hold up, Hogan's team wasn't having it. They hit back fast, telling TMZ and The Independent that the Hulkster was not on his deathbed. In fact, he was just dealing with some lingering neck and back issues from the May surgery. No heart problems, no critical condition, just the same old battle scars from a legendary career. Eric Bischoff, former WCW president and Hogan's longtime friend, even chimed in, saying the surgery was a success and Hogan was expected to make a full recovery. Crisis averted, brothers. Let's talk about Hulk Hogan's grit for a second. This guy's been through 25 surgeries in the last decade alone. 10 back surgeries, both knees replaced, both hips replaced, shoulders, eyes, you name it. And yet at 71, he's still out there pushing his new Real American beer brand and gearing up to launch a wrestling league called Real American Freestyle with Eric Bischoff. The debut event set for August 3rd, 2025 in Cleveland, Ohio, and Hogan's even talking about getting President Donald Trump to show up. That's the Hulkster, battered, bruised, but never backing down. He's not wrestling anymore, but his spirit, unbreakable. But it's not all triumphs and comebacks. There's a shadow hanging over Hogan's story, his family. In March 2025, his daughter Brooke Hogan, now 37, took to Instagram to share some heavy truths. She said she's cut contact with both her dad Hulk and her mom Linda Hogan. "No contact with my mom has nothing to do with my dad, and no contact with my father has nothing to do with my mother," she wrote. "I so badly wanted to see good in them, protect, help, and start anew, just to be disrespected again and again." Brooke said their behavior hurt more than their absence. It's a gut punch for fans who remember the Hogan family on Hogan Knows Best, the reality show that aired from 2005 to 2007. Hulk hasn't spoken publicly about the rift, and neither has his son Nick, who's 34. It's a tough chapter for a family that once seemed so tight. Hulk Hogan's story isn't just about surgeries or family drama, it's about resilience. This is a guy who's been through it all. The highs of headlining WrestleMania, the lows of a 2015 WWE suspension after a racist rant scandal, and now the personal struggles with his health and family. Yet, he keeps moving forward. He's launching a new wrestling league, promoting his beer brand, and showing up at events like a karaoke night at his Tampa bar, standing tall without a cane, proving the naysayers wrong. Hogan's not just a wrestler, he's a fighter, in and out of the ring, and at 71, with a body that's taken more punishment than most, that's something to respect. Hogan's not alone in facing health battles. Other stars have been open about their struggles too. Take Brian Austin Green, the Beverly Hills 9021 alum, who had a close call in April 2025 when his appendix nearly burst. He went through major surgery and said it was a tough recovery, but he's on the mend. Or Adam Devine, who's still dealing with pain from a childhood accident where a cement truck hit him. These stories remind us that even the toughest among us, wrestlers, actors, you name it, face battles behind the scenes. But like Hogan, they keep pushing through. So, where does Hulk Hogan go from here? He's recovering from his neck surgery, back on his feet, and focused on the future. His Real American Freestyle League is set to shake up wrestling with unscripted matches and a fresh vibe that could rival WWE and UFC. He's even got big plans to bring in heavy hitters like Donald Trump to hype the launch. And while the family drama with Brooke and Linda stings, Hogan's keeping his eyes on the prize. The Hulkster's been knocked down before, but he always gets back up. Expect to see him at that August 30th event, probably flexing those 24-inch pythons for the crowd. Hulk Hogan's health scare was just that, a scare. He's not on his deathbed, he's not slowing down, he's the Hulkster, and he's still running wild. From a successful neck surgery to launching a new wrestling league, Hogan's proving age and injuries can't stop him. If this story got you hyped, drop a like, share this video with your wrestling brothers, and tell us in the comments what's next for Hulk Hogan. Are you pumped for Real American Freestyle, and can he mend things with Brooke? This is Alpha War Room, where we keep it real and keep it phenomenal. Until next time, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and stay legendary.